Would come up to the podium, please, Omari Hardy, from the City Commissioner from City of Lake Worth Beach. Good evening, Commissioner.
Good evening. It's very interesting to stand on this side of the dais for a change. The first thing that I want to say is thank you to all of you who work for the school district, and especially to Erica Whitfield and Dr. Deborah Robinson, who, although she could not be here today, invited me this evening. A while back, I put a resolution on our agenda in Lake Worth that would require us to at least reach out to our 2 members of the school district that represent Lake Worth to at least require us to reach out to them to try and meet with them on a biannual basis. And I can tell you that Ms. Whitfield and Dr. Robinson and all of the folks who work for the school district, the principals, the area superintendents have been more than cooperative with us, and we had our first meeting, I believe, back in November. We're looking forward to having our second meeting sometime soon, and it's really the first step to us working a little more closely and collaboratively with the school district to improve our schools and improve the life chances of the kids in Lake Worth. We have been receiving visits on a monthly basis from the different principals in the city of Lake Worth. And I can tell you they have all impressed us. They have all transformed themselves into sort of local rock stars. And that's really, really positive. We're really, really happy to have them all. On this evening's agenda, on the consent agenda, there is a boundary change. And I can tell you I was very happy to see that, because this came to me as an issue that I thought was a little unfair. A little over a year ago, someone came into the city and they bought some property and they wanted to build 85 units of affordable housing that was right next to a school. And the school was already overcrowded. It was Highland Elementary. It was the second most overcrowded elementary school, in the school district. And our residents were feeling as if they had to choose between 85 quality units of quality housing that working class people can afford and good schools. And I didn't think that that was a fair choice. So I reached out to my elected members, Erica Whitfield and Dr. Robinson, and I asked them, is there anything we can do to address this issue? And the first thing that came up was the idea of changing the boundaries. And so it was a very, very long, hard slog. I have to thank Mr. Link also, who's here in the back. And what you guys will be voting on today will be a solution that I think helps not only kids in Lake Worth, but kids, I think, in the area overall. You know, most of the kids who are going to be moved, they're going to have a shorter commute or a commute that's exactly the same. In addition to that, some of the kids are going to have safer commutes. We had kids who were going to South Grade Elementary who were walking across the FEC tracks and who were walking across Dixie Highway to get to South Grade. And now they'll be able to stay within their communities and just walk south in their own neighborhood to Barton Elementary, which had lots of extra seats, and I'm very happy about that. In addition to that, now all kids are going to attend a school for the first time that's not overcrowded. Again, Highland Elementary was the second most overcrowded elementary school in the district, and South Grade, I believe, was the 4th, and I think it's a positive thing that all these kids are going to be able to learn in schools that are not bursting at the seams. So going forward, you know, I have to say I really want to continue to work with the school district. You guys have been excellent, excellent partners in the city of Lake Worth. We couldn't really ask for much, and I can tell you we are in the city of Lake Worth considering stepping up to the plate and doing what we can to help out the schools. That includes potentially putting money into expanding VPK hours and VPK seats, because we know that early learning and kindergarten readiness is very important. That includes potentially hiring a liaison, and that includes also our CRA is bandying about the idea of teacher housing in Lake Worth. So I'm very, very happy to have our 2 elected members here, Erica Whitfield and Dr. Robinson, who couldn't be here. I'm very, very happy to be able to work with them, and our staff here in the city of Lake Worth. You know, the principals, the area superintendents, the teachers have been fantastic, and thank you guys.
Thank you, Commissioner. We welcome your partnership with the district. Thank you. Mr. Gavrilos from our Education Foundation.
Good evening, Dr. Fenoy, members of the board, honored guests, and administrators. Just a quick update on a couple of programs. Back in September, we projected that by the end of this year, with our Red Apple Supply Store, we would be serving 42 schools, and we projected to distribute roughly $400,000 in school supplies to your teachers. I can happily tell you that as of last Friday, we are serving 42 schools, and we have distributed $351,902 worth of school supplies. So we're going to hit that $400,000 number right on. A lot of that happens with some amazing community partners. Earlier in the evening, Office Depot came up as one of our sponsors of Principal of the Year. As I shared with you at our presentation last month, Office Depot made an amazing contribution to our Red Apple Supply Store. 2 Saturdays ago, 11 semi-trucks of supplies arrived at Red Apple Supply. 11 semi-trucks, that's roughly 234 pallets of supplies, which we are now in the process of distributing. I would just like to share, Dr. Salzman, are you here somewhere? Is Ian Salzman here tonight? He's one of your rock stars, and he's mastered the art of fundraising. The number one reason people don't give is they weren't asked. And the news covered the Office Depot generous donation quite extensively. And I got a call from Dr. Salzman who said, "Oh, we're so happy about this donation. You were so proud, and it's such a great thing." And I could see the train rolling down the track. And he said, "I want some." And I said, "Okay, how much do you want?" He said, "I've got 8 schools that all have 90% free or reduced lunch, and I want supplies for all of them." And I said, "Dr. Salzman, that's why we're here." And so all 8 of those schools, 7 of whom are already Red Apple Supply shoppers, 1 of whom we're adding, they're all going to be receiving pallets worth about $1,000 to $1,500 worth of school supplies. So to the other regional superintendents, if you want stuff, just ask. Follow Dr. Salzman's lead. I want to specifically thank Office Depot once again for this incredible contribution to the Palm Beach County School District. They are one of our best business partners. The last partner I want to highlight tonight is Aerojet Rocketdyne. They are one of our partners in our matching grant program for our robotics program, our Subarus we've talked about, and how proud we are of them. I can also share with you that Children of the Swamp, which are heavily populated by students from Suncoast and Inlet Grove, they have not only advanced to the national, they won there. Those kids are going to the World Robotics Championship. They will be competing with robotics teams from all over the world. And so to Children of the Swamp, we give you our congratulations and our salute, and we certainly salute Aerojet Rocketdyne for their incredible support of STEM education here in Palm Beach County. This is what Your Education Foundation tries to do on a daily basis, ladies and gentlemen. We bring these amazing business partners who have exemplary commitment to public education, and we bring them to you with their contributions, with their volunteer hours, with their passion for public education to make our system the best in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Your Education Foundation, serving the needs of the students, principals, and schools in the finest school district in the state of Florida. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your help. Jen Martinez, representing Palm Beach County PTA.
I'm a little shorter. Good evening, school board members, Chairman Barbieri, and Superintendent Dr. Fenoy. It's my pleasure to be here this evening on behalf of Charmaine Postal, your Palm Beach County PTA president. I bring greetings from Charmaine and share some PTA information with you. Advocacy and action update. We are closely watching Bill 7070, which is the voucher expansion bill. PTA does not support diverting any public dollars to outside schools without equal accountability. We continue to advocate for true, equitable, adequate funding for public schools. We continue to watch 7030 closely, and we understand it will go to the 3rd reading next week. Some amendments moved forward today, and one of the main ones did not pass. Our general meeting and training will be April 29th at Safe Schools from 5:30 to 8:30. Our annual awards celebration is May 10th at the Westchester Country Club from 5 to 10 p.m. This is where we recognize our local units for all of their hard work that they've done throughout the school year. On May 11th, we will host the Mental Health Exchange event at Boynton Beach High School from 8:30 to 1 p.m. Many of you have already registered or emailed that you will be attending some of these events, and we wanted to share that it's not too late to register in case you are available to attend. Many of our local units will again be hard at work this summer attending the National PTA Convention in June in Columbus, Ohio, and our annual Florida PTA Leadership Convention at the Innisbrook Resort in July. Your PTA leadership team is here for you. Please do not hesitate to reach out should you have any questions regarding PTA, attending any meetings, trainings, or events. Charmaine would like to personally thank Dr. Robinson for the invite of teaching our history. She looks forward to more informative and educationally relevant programs like this. Thank you very much.
Ms. Martinez, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we could use the PTAs.
7123, we're on it.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure you heard that. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
As the founding member of the referendum committee for 8 years now, Mike, right? 8 years now? Yeah, we're on it.
Okay. Figured you would. Just want to make sure. Thank you. Jennifer Jones, Volunteer Association and Fund of Florida.
Mr. Board Chair, the board members, good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I stand before you as a member of the Volunteer Association in Fund of Florida with a coalition of the association with me. I'm a member and an active community organizer, and I stand representing the Haitian community in Palm Beach County. Over 56,000 Haitian American live in Palm Beach County, according to the 2010 census. And it is the largest foreign-born population in the county after Cubans and Mexicans. Yet we are hard-pressed to find available publication forms and instructions readily available for the Haitian community. As a child of Haitian-born parents, I've often found myself interpreting for my parents at medical exams or phone calls, invoices, you name it. And as a child, any child of immigrants will tell you that we've had to help our parents to do so. I say this because I want to bring in the importance of dual language programs and the importance and the benefit of being bilingual. It forces our children to think quickly and critically. It provides us an opportunity for advancement and growth. It further expands our understanding of the world and our worldview because it exposes our children to another culture. With a dual language program in English and Haitian Creole, we can birth a new academic renaissance. And you, as board members, have the power to make this happen for our children. Now, we know that there are duolingual programs available. There are many in Spanish, but not much in Haitian Creole, and would really like to see this as something that happens here in Palm Beach County. I'm not only speaking from experience. Studies have shown and supported this claim and have shown that dual language programs in academic settings are beneficial for its participants. There is a study by Thomas and Collier that was published in 2017 that is not specific to Haitian Creole, but it was conducted over 30 years, 16 U.S. states, 36 school districts, and 7.5 million students. And the study demonstrates that these children benefit from being in a program as such. They not only benefit academically, because in comparison to students that are in English-only program or not dual language program, they excel, but they benefit socially as well as behaviorally. The study, as stated, does not specifically address Haitian Creole, but it is worth noting that it does make a compelling argument for duolingual programs. We do have some students that come into our community speaking only Haitian Creole, and they are not represented. And sometimes they fail, not because they're not intelligent enough, but because they don't have the support that they require. And a program such as such would really be beneficial to them. As an immigrant coming here, I remember spending 2 weeks in front of the guidance office thinking it was the cafeteria, knowing that I didn't have the money and didn't know how to get there, but having no one to really guide me and help me in that process. There are plenty of schools that have implemented Haitian Creole programs. Edison Senior High in Miami is one of many. And I really do believe that there is great benefit for our students, not just those of Haitian descent and Haitian speaking, but for those surrounding them as well. The support that it will bring to the community and that they receive from the community will really bring us together. It would really, I would encourage the Palm Beach County Board and its members to take the necessary step to implement more of these programs so that we can see our Haitian children and children that are English speaking as well develop and grow better as members of tomorrow's society. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention.
Normally we don't respond, but I would in this case, Ms. Jones. So our team has begun the process. Thanks to the board members, they have brought it to our attention, and our deputy superintendent and his team have begun that process to look at bringing dual language and Haitian Creole to the Palm Beach School District. So thank you for your advocacy, and I will make sure that the deputy superintendent and his team get with you at this time to talk about you assisting us as we move forward.
Wonderful. I appreciate that. Dr. Deborah Robinson, though she's not currently present, has been a great supporter of us, and we appreciate your time and your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Rhonda Miller from SEIU, Chapter Chair for Transportation.
Good evening, school board members, Mr. Barbieri and Dr. Fenoy. My name is Rhonda Miller. I am a bus driver. I'm also a committee member on VARC. I'm also the newly elected chapter chair for Palm Beach County School District Transportation Committee. I'm also a member of the bargaining committee representing thousands of my colleagues working day and night in the school district. As a proud union member, I believe that we bring collective voices of the workers on the bargaining table to improve the quality of valuable service that the school district provides to our community, parents, and our children. We are the hidden faces, the first and the last to contact our children in most cases. We are at the bargaining table now with the district, where we have presented a broad range of proposals and economic, work rules and conditions. School district is the largest employer in Palm Beach County, the one that can set the standard for all other employers. Bargaining is a process that encourages dialogue, collective learning, working through the differences and reaching at a solution that benefits both parties. Yes, we need more than one raise. We need a raise in the moral of our labor, a raise in respect, a raise in the recognition of those who do the hands-on work, the groundwork, the grinding to make things happen at the end of each day. The kids on the buses, the food that Aldrina Bell prepares to feed our children, the effort Sabrina Adolphin puts to calm an anxious child, the work that our custodians, mechanics, bus attendants do deserve at least one thing: to be heard. I hope that we will keep the process moving, and I wish all of you a very good evening.
Thank you very much. Justin Katz, CTA President.
Thank you. My name is Justin Katz. I'm the CTA President, the Teachers Union here in Palm Beach County. I wanted to come before you today to ask each of you to begin a dialogue with the superintendent and the appropriate district staff to begin moving forward on a provision of not just our collective bargaining agreement, but all of the bargaining units that was put forth last year to look into beginning a pilot program to open medical clinics operated by the school district here in Palm Beach County. This is a mechanism that has been employed in the county fire, in the county police. It's currently being utilized in multiple municipalities throughout Palm Beach County. Miami-Dade School District uses this, among other school districts throughout Florida and the nation. It's a mechanism by which, best case scenario, you're providing an additional benefit to the employees, reduce medical care for basic needs, and increase convenience, because you, as the entity that contracts with the medical service provider to create one or more of these clinics, can dictate the hours and conditions of operation so that teachers and employees who work early mornings or work into the night can go to these clinics at hours that fit their schedule. In addition to the simple benefit and convenience of it, it's been shown that these medical clinics can produce healthcare savings and mitigate cost increases in the future. As you know, we settled a healthcare agreement. All the unions, again, collectively bargained together with the district for healthcare 2 years ago, and it's going to expire after next year. Healthcare costs go up every year. That's just reality in this country right now in the world. We need to be proactive and come up with ideas that are going to limit the increases in those costs. And this is one idea that is out there. There is evidence out there that it has great benefit, and it essentially could provide low to no cost basic health care and prescription drugs to employees of this school district. In order to get this ball rolling, again, a dialogue between the superintendent, yourselves, district staff, essentially you would have to put out an RFP to try to find a medical service contractor that would bring in certified, qualified, licensed, credentialed doctors and nurses, and basically they would staff this clinic that you guys control. Again, it's something that is happening throughout the county. It's happening throughout municipalities. In the city of Boynton Beach, about 2 years ago, we created a healthcare clinic for our employees. The biggest benefit of these clinics is economies of scale. The larger the employee units, the more savings that could potentially be yielded if you can get the usage of employees up. So while in the city of Boynton Beach, we have under 1,000 employees and then dependents with them on their health care, we have the ability in Palm Beach County, where we have over 35,000 people on our health care, to leverage economies of scale through a pilot program and see if this isn't something that's going to be of great benefit. So that's one. Please start that dialogue. Again, it was in the collective bargaining agreement by all the unions last year to start investigating it, and through conversation with your staff, it seems like they are in a position to take the next step. It will just require guidance from the school board and input, obviously, from the superintendent and his staff. The last thing I'll say today is in reference to the legislation in Tallahassee. I want to applaud you for your actions in the run-up to the creation of that referendum, allowing for input from all sides, deliberating on the language, and ultimately settling on what is the law as it stands right now. It's one thing for people in elected office to change laws and say what happened yesterday cannot happen tomorrow. It is an entirely different thing to say what happened yesterday can't happen tomorrow, and by the way, we're going to change what happened yesterday so that people who said something no longer count. It's unfathomable to me that in a democracy, that in a county where over 380,000 people voted yes to allocate these funds for a specific purpose, and 0 people voted yes to allocate these funds for what the legislature is intending to do, it is not democracy. You cannot, as an elected body, look at a vote by the people, a lawful vote, and then say that doesn't count, we're changing it. The last thing I'll say is that this is, if anything, proof positive that you made the right decision, because there would be no need for this law, there would be no need for this new language if the existing law was exactly what they argued prior to passage of this referendum. You don't change a law and rewrite it if you believe simultaneously that the existing law fits your lawsuit or your litigation. It's just, it is a blinding hypocrisy and paradox. And again, I want to thank you, because we are one of the only districts, to my knowledge, that was as clear as we could be to our voters. They knew exactly what they were voting on, and it is a shame now that 380,000 plus residents of Palm Beach County are at jeopardy of seeing democracy in our county destroyed by legislators who almost exclusively do not live in or represent Palm Beach County. So thank you for your guidance and preparation on this, and I would ask you to continue to stand strong, because their actions, again, are proof positive that what you did was legal and what you did was in accordance with the law as it stood at the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Board members, we have one item that's been pulled by Mrs. Andrews.